Welcome everyone to our deep dive webinar today. We're going to be introducing the Aldelo Express Android. On the call with me today is Jeff Moore. He's the Vice President of Operations. He is monitoring the chat during the presentation. So if you have questions, please put them in the chat and he will address them. At the end of the short PowerPoint presentation, I'll stop again and we'll address any questions that you have at that point. Let's take a look at what the Aldelo Express Android, what it is. First up, it is written for Android, expressly for Android. It is a totally rewrite of the software. It is a native app that you can find on the Google Play Store. So it is listed there. It is included with Aldelo Pay, just like the Apple version is. It is included with the Aldelo Pay at no extra charge. It is available for subscription for other processors. That makes us kind of unique in the industry in that we not only offer our credit card processing, we do allow you to have other additional processors of your choice at a charge for the software and the EDC. It is configured for the phone and a handheld device. That is the configuration at this time. And it truly is order at the table. Okay, what is not? It is not for Aldelo POS. It is not for the Windows version, and it will not be for the Windows version. It is to work with the Aldelo Express only. It is not simply a port over of Aldelo Express. Now, there are programs that claim to be able to take an iOS developed product and translate it to Android, but they are not 100% accurate, and they do introduce bugs to the software. So we are not using those translation tools. We are absolutely writing this from scratch to make this a native app on the Android platform. It is not currently accepting credit card payments, but we anticipate that it will. What it will do, it will allow the operator to enter, recall, and pay with cash and gift cards. So it can take cash payments, it can take e-gift payments, and it can act just like a point-of-sale terminal in the network. Enter orders, recall, everything that you can do on Aldelo Express and Apple, you can now do on Aldelo Express Android. It will reside on an Android handheld or a phone, either way. So we're showing it here on either device. It is the screen format will fit either the phone or the handheld. It will work in the same network as the Aldelo Express for Apple. It is simply another device, another terminal in the network. It will order on one, recall on the other. And during the presentation portion of this, where we actually do a live demo, I'll show that to you. It will work as a line busting device in QSR. So this is something you can take outside or out into the order queue, take the orders, and yes, it will communicate to the kitchen display. This is a fully integrated device that will communicate with all the other devices in the Apple network. It absolutely will work in every vertical market, in every type of order entry that you can imagine. So it is a fully integrated terminal. I keep saying that, but I want to make sure you understand it is just another device in the network, and it works seamlessly. So Jeff, what kind of questions do we have so far that we need to address?
So I had a couple of private questions that came in that asked, can we use EMV devices to pay when we're using the Android system? So yes, absolutely. When you're using the Aldelo Express on the Android device, just like when you're using it on the iPad, credit card payments are taken through the PAX EMV devices. and there's a variety of those that we have available and certified for you. So absolutely, you can still take credit card payments there. You can do pay at the table that way. So it's real easy. What Jerry's specifically referring to when he says you can't take credit card payments, the V2 unit that you saw in his picture does not take credit cards. It does not have integrated payment on that device. And part of that is because Sunmi that owns those devices has not certified with any credit card processors in the United States yet. So, but you can take payments through the PAX devices. So that is available out there. We also got a question here about bar tabs. Somebody was very keen and noticed that we have on our new dealer page, there's a couple of things that say coming soon. Those mean those videos are coming soon. Those features are available already, but specifically they were looking for bar tabs, and can you do bar tabs through Aldelo Express? Absolutely. It's actually really cool. And you can take bar tabs that way. And it's, you know, again, you're taking payments through the EMV devices, real simple to set up. It's a swipe and set up. So pretty easy to do. But that's our questions, Jerry.
All right, good. Well, let's take a look at the software in action. What you're going to see on the screen is on the left-hand side, this is the actual Android software. And on the right, you have my iPad. So we're going to be running both during this presentation so that you can see how they do interact with each other. A little bit about the screen here. You do have a little touch bar that will hide the status key or the function keys here. I'm going to start off with new order. As you look all the way down, you can drag up and down to get to the additional functions. A lot like what you do here on the Apple device, you have different functions all around the left-hand side and the right-hand side. We just put them all here in one row. So under new order, you have your different destinations here. I'm going to choose dine in. It allows me to put in my number and then pick the table. So we do have some table layout function there. It's not the graphical type that you have on the Windows version or the Apple version, because there you have a more, you can adapt it to, let's just take a look at it. Easier way to do it. You can move these to different places on the screen, is what I'm saying. Here they're set in a up columns and rows. So as you enter or depress an item, you will notice it jumps down into the shopping cart. You do have different categories of items, and yes, you do have force modifiers. You also have optional modifiers. At this point, you can hit the shopping cart and take payment here. Look at the order. You can also go back and then hit the done button. And now that will exit the screen there on the Android. And over here, it pops up on the Apple device. So you now can see how they seamlessly work together. Ring up on one, they show up on the other. Now I'm going to ring up here. And you'll notice there, the table is in use. That is being used by the Android terminal. So I'm going to pick another table. And when I do, that then pops up on the Android. So they are working seamlessly together. Order on one, recall on the other, and take payment here. An order I started over here on the Android, now I can recall on the Apple and close it out. It is just another terminal. That's all it is. Jeff, what kind of questions do we have so far?
So we have somebody asking if you could demonstrate how you can repeat an item on Aldelo Express. And it's actually really simple. When you order that item, you just take your finger and you slide on that item to the left and click repeat. And Jerry's going to show us here real fast. Thank you, Jerry. So opposite direction. There you go. And you'll see it right there at the top where you can duplicate the item, and away it goes. It's that easy. So this is actually, native to the system. It's those repeats, duplicate, fire. All of that is right there, ready to go, simple. And the nice part is it uses the gesturing that people are already used to. But Jerry, that's the only question we got so far.
Okay. That was an easy one. All right. Are people seeing how this is working seamlessly together? There are other modes you can do. You can go into and start a tab in the bar. You can do the takeout, curbside, and delivery all on the Android device. So this is truly the Aldelo Express with all the functionality just on Android. I guess there's something else I should say that it is not Mesa. It is not the Mesa app. That is something totally different. This is the same exact software as Aldelo Express, where Mesa is online ordering, QR code ordering, and that on the handheld or on the phone. So there is a difference. Okay, I'm going to say we can answer any questions you have, not only on the Android and Aldelo Express, but now that you have us here, what other questions would you like to ask Jeff and I?
I have somebody that's asked me if we could run a bar tab order, and unfortunately, we do not have the EMV device set up, as I am in Pleasanton and Jerry is in Florida. So we don't have it set up for him because 3,000 miles apart, we're not on the same network. You couldn't run it. I'm very sorry. I would love to demonstrate that. We cannot. We can set that up. We do have videos for that that you can find actually on our Aldelo page. If you go to aldelo.com /express trainings, and our tech support guys can help you find those videos if you have trouble finding them. We do have some of those up there, so they can definitely help you find those.
Yeah, why don't you just walk them through verbally? Why don't you tell them how you do that verbally?
Yeah, it's actually in the setup in the back office, there's literally a checkbox or a drop down that says, do you want to use bar tabs? You turn that on for there. You set whatever your bar tab pre-auth amount, if that's a feature you want to use. And then when you go in and you choose that you're ordering through a bar tab, it will automatically prompt you to slide the card to start the bar tab. And then from that point on, it's a normal ordering process. There's really nothing much to it. At the end of the sale, when you're ready to settle it, you can apply that bar tab in the settle screen. So it's very, very simple. And the cool part is in here, if let's say you pre-auth for $50 and the ticket turns out to be $100, it will post a single transaction for the $100. So there's no need to reauthorize multiple times. It's actually really cool. I also have somebody
for more than you authorize.
Yeah, you absolutely can settle for more than you authorize. I have somebody that's asking if the Apple and Android on the same network as Aldelo Express with all the bells and integrations with Mesa. So Aldelo on the Android and Aldelo Express on the iPad are very, very similar. There's a few features that do not overlap, but they are almost exactly the same. And if somebody does have Mesa, either Mesa Rewards, Mesa Online, those are two different options and programs, they will be able to use those for both Android and iOS. So it does work seamlessly. They work together. And somebody else is asking, do Mesa multi-store gift cards work with Aldelo Express on Android and iOS versions? Absolutely, they do. And it's the same workflow no matter which one you're using. You'll see on the iPad there where Jerry's got the login screen, there's a button that says Inquire Gift Balance. You can click that and check your gift balance. You can sell gift cards. You can scan gift cards, using the cameras that are on the Android and iOS devices. It works exactly the same. The button clicks are the same. Everything's exactly the same.
That was a good question.
Mm-hmm. So, and I have somebody asking if they can do bar tabs with and without credit cards. So obviously, if you set up bar tab pre-authorization, it is intended for a credit card bar tab. It is not doing a cash bar tab. So cash bar tab is something we put into some of our software in the past. It wasn't something that was very popular, so it's not a feature that's off there. So I also have somebody that's asking us, does multi-store gift card work in Aldelo Pro? If you want to use Mesa multi-store gift, does not work in Aldelo Pro. It is not intended for Aldelo Pro. It is not an Aldelo Pro option. But in Aldelo Pro, you can use multi-store gift through your credit card processor if they are authorized and certified for this. So many processors do offer this feature and function. You can do multi-store gift, but it is not Mesa gift. And the big difference becomes most of the time you will one way or another pay for that gift card program. It may not be a direct per swipe transaction, but if you're doing it through a gift card or a credit card processor, they're usually someplace along the line. They are going to, up your statement fee. They are going to maybe increase your transaction fee somewhere along the line. You are going to get a bill for that. With the Mesa gift, it is completely free. We're helping you maintain those customers and keep those customers by offering them a gift card system built into our software. So, and the cool part is with our multi-store gift, unlike most others, you can have headquarters reconciliation. So that is actually a really cool feature. If you're not aware of those, it's one of those things to really check out and look at our videos on that. It is a really neat way of keeping your business organized and paying the bills between the stores and owners. I have somebody that's asking where the database is stored. It's stored on the cloud. I don't know what exactly you're looking for there, but it is a cloud-based data storage. You do have some data storage local to your iPads for menu items and employees and things like that that are happening, but the bulk of your data is actually stored on the cloud.
They're also asking what happens in the failure of the internet.
Everything continues to function. Your orders continue to go to the kitchen. Your items are still available to, you just can't change prices during that period. If your internet's completely down, you also wouldn't be able to take credit cards. That would be, credit cards do require you have a connection to your processor. And I do have, by the way, Yolef, I have quite a few customers that have gotten smart, and when their internet's gone down, they've either tethered it to their phone or they've purchased a wireless cellular modem. They used to be hundreds of dollars. They're now dirt cheap. My local AT&T store is giving them away free right now if you have internet with them. And all you do is purchase a SIM card for $30 and put in it. So it has a failover built into the router. So that's kind of cool. I also have somebody that's asking, can you transfer your existing Aldelo Pro data program to Aldelo Express? Yeah, Gary actually mentioned this right at the beginning of the stuff, that there is an import tool. It's on our website. It's on our download page. It's on our new dealer page. There's actually a page dedicated to this on our website. So it's at least 3 different pages on our website. You click, you go to the computer that has your Aldelo Pro database on it. Click the link here. It will automatically find your database. It will download a file for you that has all your data in it. for your setup data. And then you go to your cloud, go to the cloud store, and you'll have a button there that says import data from POS, and you import the data right there. It's a piece of cake. There's also a video actually on our download page about this as well that shows you how to do it. And it's really easy to use. I think the video is all of 1 minute, and it's me doing it live in real time. There's no editing or changing or anything like this. It's real time. So, and I had somebody ask, our competitor KDS systems do not work when the internet's out. Our KDS does very well. So yeah, Gilson, I really appreciate you pointing this one out. Gilson's pointing out that KDS systems from other competitors, especially if they have any web-based components, oftentimes immediately stop working. One of the cool parts with this, as long as your local network is not down, they got to be able to communicate across your network, even if your internet is down. So your external communication is not working. KDS, kitchen printers, receipt printers, all of this continues to function. So the only thing that really stops is to the internet synchronization. You can run about 4 days without syncing to the internet. And it will continue to operate without any problems. After 4 days, you will start using up the memory on your iPad. So, you know, at that point. And when your internet is restored, I ran mine for about 3 days without the internet, and mine, within about 3 or 4 minutes, everything was synced up. If I lost internet I figured it's about 1 minute per day, given that you're doing between 500 and 1,000 transactions that it takes to upload. So it's pretty darn fast. Tim is asking, great question, Tim. If you're using multi-store gift, does the gift card sold deduct from the store that it was purchased from? So I think what he's looking at is if store A sells the gift card, but it's actually redeemed at store B, does the sales information get deducted from store B? It's not going to deduct sales information. This is a cash transfer that you're going to need to do. And the cloud does not do the cash transfer for you. It does set up so you can import a file to your ACH system with your bank. So in our case, it's formatted for Wells Fargo, but we found this is actually the same formatting used for Bank of America, and it seems to be a standardized formatting. And they just import that into their ACH system they're already using with their bank, and that transfers the funds back and forth. It's actually really cool. But this is for above store reconciliation. So I hope that answers your question. And I have somebody that asks, it has to be static IPs. No, it does not have to be static IPs. The cool part here, your printers, for instance, if you have dynamic IPs on your printer, this is storing some specific information for those printers. Depends on the brand of printer you're using to exactly what it's storing, but typically the MAC address. If it cannot print the first time, it will automatically go out, seek that printer. If it can connect to it at all, it will automatically behind the scenes reprint to that printer. So your printers and stuff do not have to be static. Same thing with the KDS. It does not require the KDS to be static IPs. So if the IP addresses do change, it will automatically go back out there and correct that issue and update itself. That's actually very cool. And I don't think you guys understand how big of a cool thing that is. If you've installed in Windows, you realize the minute your IP addresses change, all havoc breaks loose. And you've got you know, a lot of work and a service call that you're getting. This worst case scenario they might have to do. If it's a printer that just can't be reached, they go into the menu, hit hardware, click on that printer, it will seek it out again and refresh it. They may have to refresh it if for some reason something more than just an IP address has changed. Yeah, Jerry's showing this right now. They literally just click in here, it will automatically seek those printers out. And it makes it way nicer. This is also really nice if they have a complete hardware failure. You probably don't have to go out to them, because all they do is when they put in the new one, obviously the MAC address is going to be different. They hit hardware, it searches it. There's no drivers or anything to install. They click on it, boom, they're ready to rock and roll. So I have somebody, in fact, 2 questions about payments. I have somebody that's asking, can they take pin pad payments on the Android? Again, yes, we support several PAX models for taking payments. These units can be shared between the iOS and Android devices. They can be dedicated to it. Either way you want to do it, yes, you can take payments from both Android and iOS. Gilson's asking is how soon? Well, I can't tell you how soon. How soon depends on a lot of moving parts, including certifications that need to be done with third parties. So is it coming? Yes. How soon? Very soon. That's about the best answer I can give you, sir.
All right, so just a little heads up. The next deep dive we're hoping to do in Q4. We already have some things that are coming, and as soon as they get through testing, we will set up another one of these. So keep an eye out for the invitations. We love doing these. We love the interaction, and we really see a lot of good that comes out of these. So as always, we appreciate it. Jeff, any last words on this?
No, but thank you very much for attending, guys. I really appreciate it. And I really, again, love the questions. Thank you very much for making this so interactive for us.
Yep. And what I'm going to do is take this recording now and do some editing and post it on YouTube, but it takes me a day or so to do that. So look for that by end of week, this week. And then we also have another weekly training that'll be conducted Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern. We will have another subject that we will go over, and any follow-up questions that you might have, we always encourage you to attend that Friday class at 2 o'clock. If you need a link to that, contact the sales team, and they have that link available to send you. Thanks, everybody, for attending. We'll see you next time.